Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to send out the notification that I've gone live. We will begin shortly. Also turn off the preview window here in Elgato. Sending out the Snapchat thing. Excuse me one moment. Wait a minute. Oh shit! I have the wrong microphone on. Whoopsie. Little malfunction there. I had the wrong microphone set in Elgato. Sorry about that. I wonder if it was like that for the previous stream, and if so, that's gonna be very bad to view in playback. I should have checked for that in hindsight, but we're gonna start in just a few more minutes. Hopefully, just like a couple more, you know. Just sending out the stream thing to a few chats, you know. Let them know I'm streaming. Okay, so here we are. Here we are with Yoshi's Island. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the Retro Duo. That's what I used to play NES and Super Nintendo games. So, when I said a while back, when I started the Sonic Generation streams, that I'd like to focus on my backlog, that's still a thing. It also applies to games that I may have played in my childhood that I never truly finished, or got partway through, but never fully completed, or maybe even started but never finished. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island is one of those games, but specifically, the version I owned as a kid was the Game Boy Advance port, otherwise known as Super Mario Advance 3 Yoshi's Island. It might even have the Mario World 2 thing in there too, but that's a really long title, so I'm just going to shorthand it to Yoshi's Island like most people do. It even says so on the top of the cartridge. So yeah, this was a game I played a lot as a kid, the GBA version. I only ever got as far as World 2-4, and I've dabbled with it since in emulators and all that fun stuff, but still I haven't really finished it. I've seen further into the game through reviews and Let's Plays, but I've yet to complete it for myself. So now I have the Super Nintendo version, which I bought at a convention last weekend. It's called Retropalooza. It's in Arlington, Texas. I highly recommend it. I saw the Completionist and Pat the NES Punk there. I didn't buy much. Aside from this game, I bought a working copy of Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast for the Dreamcast that I now have, hopefully for good, because I sold my old one to get money for a PS2 Slim. But yeah, I'm playing this on the Retro Duo. It's a clone console that plays both NES and Super Nintendo games. And I have them hooked up to my Black Web video converter box so I can stream it with the Elgato HD60S. So, in general, Yoshi's Island is considered to be mostly a prequel to all the, Super Mario Brothers games that, came out since, like, the first one. This is meant to establish that Mario and Yoshi have past history together, dating as far back to when he was a baby. And this guy here, Kamek, he's regarded as the main villain of this game, and also the sequels that it got later on, Yoshi's Island DS and Yoshi's New Island. I may get to those eventually, but I don't have 3DS capture software, so it won't be for a long while. I had Yoshi's Island DS as a kid, but I never played New Island. And that's neither here nor there. So Yoshi's trying to reunite Baby Mario and Baby Luigi because Kamek's kidnapped Baby Luigi. What a dick. So, this is a used cartridge, and the new file right here used to be, I think, one level behind this one. The person probably copied it over or something. And this file is complete with the exception of the extra levels in each world, which I still haven't decided if I'll show off on stream or not, because I don't know if I really want to get 100%, because it's kind of a pain in the ass in this game. I'll at least show it off for the first couple of levels, just to give you an idea of what we'd be looking at. And also, this music here isn't supposed to play. It's just because the file I used for testing the video quality was this one over here. So, without further delay, let's begin. And this intro scene here is unskippable no matter, because it's your only time seeing it, but, they want you to get further backstory in case you skip the intro, I guess. This paradise is Yoshi's Island, where all the Yoshis live. They are all in an uproar over the baby that fell from the sky. Wait, the baby seems to know where he wants to go. The bond between the twins informs each of them where the other one is. The Yoshis decide to carry the baby to his destination via a relay system. I don't know why I said rally. Now begins a new adventure for the Yoshis and Baby Mario. They don't capitalize baby. Even though future games, it would make sense to, considering Mario and Baby Mario are regarded as separate characters. Hello, Slow Cool. Welcome to my Yoshi's Island stream. Alright, so you're going to want to make it to the end without losing Baby Mario, obviously, because when you lose him, you have a timer, and the more stars you collect, the longer the timer is, and the more time you have to rescue Baby Mario if he falls off your back. And it will slowly count back up to 10, completing the stage by passing Baby Mario to the next Yoshi. That's the way to go. So what makes this different from the Game Boy Advance port is that that port added Yoshi noises that didn't debut until Yoshi's Story on the Game Boy Advance. Or no, my bad. The Nintendo 64. I don't know why I said Game Boy. And I'll just do it right here so we don't have to view the text box. Grab Baby Mario, jump, or even use your tongue to touch him. Throwing eggs at him will also get him a little closer. If the timer drops to 0, obviously he'll be kidnapped. Your basic controls are, you jump with B, stick out your tongue with Y, get ready to throw eggs with A, push it again to throw. You can push L or R to lock on. I think there's a way to change this in the options menu. If you don't want it to lock on that way, you can just change the controls essentially. But if you want it to just be set in a certain direction, you can do that. Crouching while you have your reticle open will cancel a throw. So let's begin our first level. Make eggs, throw eggs. Very literal, that title. So you can hold up to 6 eggs at any time, and also gather 5 special flowers for a 1-up. They add flowers to the Go Ring Roulette, and they're mandatory for 100% completion. There we go. So these things, you can either throw eggs at them, or you can do this. Just spit enemies out to activate them. They can do a variety of different things. They can make stairs appear like they just did. They can make stars show up, or they can be in the clutches of Fly Guys. What the fuck did I just do? Oh my god. Oh my god. I did not mean to do that. I got way too reckless there. So, take 2. I am so sorry. I should not have died on the very first fucking level. Oh, I meant to spit him out at the piranha plant. And my god. I have no excuse to do this because the Retro Duo controllers are shaped very similarly to just normal Super Nintendo controllers. They also work with NES games. But, you know, button layout is not dramatically different at all. In fact, it's pretty much the same. From what I know, regular Super Nintendo controllers are also compatible with this thing. Which I may get one of those eventually if, you know, I can... I mean, they should be pretty cheap, but, you know, money's tight right now. I'm not working a job currently. It's, you know, it'll happen when it happens. And I said earlier I would show off 100% in the first couple levels just to give you an idea of what it feels like, because as a general rule, we're not going to be doing it. Mainly because of stupid stuff like the red coins, like the one I just collected. There are 20 per level. As I was saying, there were 20 per level, and sometimes those Fly Guys that you see carrying them will only be on screen for a few seconds, like that one holding the question mark cloud. In the Super Nintendo version specifically, coins that are actually red coins will have a slight little red tint to them. They're it's not as visible in the Game Boy Advance version, but both versions have an item, I think called the magnifying glass, that lets you, excuse me, it lets you identify the red coins from the blue coins straight away. So I need an... I wanted to show off this little flower thing, but I can't. I'm gonna have to leave and re-enter, but no, I won't do it. I'll just show it off later, because what it essentially does is you eat an enemy, but you don't swallow it. You just spit it out above you, and if it lands in the flower, it'll send out stars. That's essentially what it does. What's my timer at? What's my Baby Mario timer at? Because I'm going to want to finish with 30 to get 100% completion for this level. There we go. Which, finishing with 30 is also one of the more difficult things to do in this game, because there are a lot of enemies in this game, and dodging them in the later levels and finishing the level without getting hit, therefore, can be a lot harder than it looks, or you even thought. I think this one releases stars. Yep. We're at 23. You know what? I think I'm going to go back and show off that red flower, just so we can get more stars and show that off, because you could consider it a star jackpot. It's that many. Okay. So let's not get hit like a dumbass this time. And... oops. Alright. There we go. Another difference, I should have brought it up earlier, but I think Baby Mario's crying sound effect when you're hit is different in the Game Boy Advance version than it is in the Super Nintendo. For some weird reason. Also, all the music's in a higher pitch because the Game Boy Advance sound chip wasn't quite as good, or at least it wasn't as bassy as the Super Nintendo could be. This game's soundtrack is pretty good, by the way. The boss themes are surprisingly rocking. I don't think we'll see that in this world, but we'll definitely see it in Worlds 3 and 5, and also the final boss. And when you hear that noise, that means you've collected all the red coins for a level. If you already have 30 stars and you hit one of those things that's supposed to unleash stars, it'll just send out coins for you. And because I collected all 5 flowers here, that means our chances for a bonus game are significantly higher. But we don't get one because fate is against us, it seems. So yeah, that's the gist of getting 100%. It seems easy there, but it gets a whole lot more painful the further you go into the game. Just checking my phone over there. I have a voicemail. But I'm going to worry about that later. It is 1:16. Hopefully we can get through most, if not all, of World 1 on this stream. So I'm going to get 100% for this level as well, and then from then on out I'm just going to focus on getting through the level. And get at least one flower too, because I wanted to show off the bonus games. Plus, oh, oops. Getting the 1-up wouldn't hurt either. That's a middle ring. It'll automatically increase. Not only is it a checkpoint, it also gives you 10 extra seconds on your timer. Free of charge. Oops. Do you remember? Press Y and down on the control pad to make an egg. I already knew that. But thanks for the reminder. Alright. I could use, like, maybe 1 or 2 more eggs. The enemies will stop popping out when you have 6 eggs, because you can hold a maximum of 6. And this counts other items you'll get, too, later on. Like, keys are a good example. These blocks are pretty simple. You just hit them from beneath, and they become a Yoshi egg platform temporarily. It's weird. There's, when I use the upscaler, specifically with the Retro Duo and also my Sega Genesis, there's artifacting on the TV, but that's not really visible in the recording, so sometimes I gotta remind myself that, hey, it's fine, it won't be as clear to the audience. Also, right now, it looks like those coins are giving off a reflection, sort of, on the left side. But again, that's not visible for you guys. I just thought I'd point that out. Maybe, like, on Twitter, I can, like, take a picture of it and, like, share it to you guys for, like, further context. So this is our first of the vehicle transformations in this game. It's the helicopter. It can be difficult to control at high speeds, but it's a neat first introduction to it. This section is nowhere near as stressful as the sections that they throw at you later in the game. And you gotta love those 2 little enclaves there, or whatever openings there that just waste your time. Because it takes like a half second to load them in, like so. There's a flower down there. I always thought of these things as like sort of wind ghosts. I don't know if that's their official name or not, but that's what they look like. And I forget if they, if when they show up later on, if they get more annoying. And I'm only transforming multiple times here, so I can, you know, get everything in the level. Normally, if I were just playing this game normally, I would breeze through this section, no problem. Oops. Thankfully, it should be noted that Yoshi is damn near invincible without Baby Mario. It's just, he's the one you should be worried about, not necessarily Yoshi, because other than spikes, lava, and pits, Yoshi can take as many hits as he wants. He'll just do this weird pirouette thing, and you'll be stunned for a few moments. Oh my god. Okay. This should be it. I haven't memorized like how many red coins I should have by this point, because, again, I don't normally go for 100%, but 15 seems right. I think there were 4 in the last area. Or no, wait. We've got a couple right here. And I know for a fact the flower's in the last area. That is a one-way pipe, just so you know. My aim seems to be pretty off, at least when aiming for enemies in this game. And yet, I'm feeling better than I did with the Sonic Generations stream. Probably because this is a game I have a lot more experience in, and it's not completely blind. I don't know, though. Also, I've had lunch before this stream, unlike the Sonic Generations one. So we've gotten a bonus game this time. That's pretty awesome. I have a feeling I know what it'll be. Yeah, it's the flip cards, item chance. Aim with the cursor and press A. Collect the items shown. If you get Kamek, you lose all the items. Hit exit to quit. So you're essentially gambling. So, hopefully we don't get Kamek on the first hit. And of course we did! Oh man. Hopefully we can try that again later. Again, that's a reason why I'm collecting at least one flower per level. We're gonna try, at least. For the levels I have absolutely no experience in, like past World 2-4, and also the ones I've tested on that complete file, what little I've tested anyway, we'll see. If I see a flower that's easy to collect, it's a no-brainer that I'll basically try and get it. What's up here? I have a feeling something's up there. Is that just like an invisible wall thing, or? I'm confused. Eh. Probably not much of value up there. These little seed things. Oh my god. I believe this was the first sort of mainline Mario game to have a ground pound feature, at least before Mario 64. Because I can't recall you having it ever in the 2D Mario games that came before this. They made it a normal thing by the time New Super Mario Bros. Came out on the DS. Okay, there's something I want to show off. Behind that key door lies a minigame. It can potentially reward you with extra lives, bonus items, which we don't have any of those right now. So those will come into play later. You can earn them from the bonus flower games as well. Oh my goodness. Should not be getting hit by those things as much as I have been. And you can actually get crushed by those boulders. Watch out. That does count as a crush death. Or it can clip you through the wall, I know, in one of the later levels in the game. I'm thinking World 6. I know I said I wouldn't do 100%, but, you know, I still like being explorative. Because in really short levels like this, it might not be in my best interest to, you know, just rush through it. I mean, it's not a speedrun after all. Okay. I think this is full of stars, if I remember correctly. Yep. That's the key we need for the door. And it takes up one of our egg slots, I'm pretty sure. Okay. It's over this way. And we get to play a minigame. Our opponent is often this little bandit here who also makes an appearance later on, many appearances later on, as an enemy that can steal Baby Mario from under your nose, so watch out. Anyway, this is the throwing balloons game. You need to key in the button sequences as shown. The game time is limited. If the balloon pops on you, then you lose. Collect an item if you win. Sorry, I just noticed they didn't put a period after lose. So it's essentially quick time event, the minigame, except you don't immediately fail. X, up, down. I had to refamiliarize myself with where X is, because I don't think this game uses that button other than in the menus. If it were the Game Boy Advance version, I'd know it, like, right away. Oh, left, right, down, Y. I gotta be quick with this. Up, B, Y, right. Why did he hesitate? Because, oh right, yeah, because it's, that's another thing I should mention. It's like hot potato as well. I should have mentioned that straight away. There we go. We got a 1-up. I think the Game Boy Advance version lets you run around as long as you want in here until you collect the item. But there, Yoshi just automatically jumped to get it. So those cave-dwelling things are pretty much this, this area's version of Shy Guys. They don't behave any differently. Oh my goodness! I was doing great on stars until then. What the hell? Time to do this thing again. There we go. How many flowers do we have? 3. Also, if you eat them in their little flower phase like that, yeah, Yoshi just automatically he eats them. He just swallows them without even giving it a second thought. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot there's a secret area here. I completely forgot about this. There's nothing down here for 100%. It's just a coin jackpot, essentially. We'll be hearing this music many times later on down the road, too. It's not exclusive to this one area. If it sounds familiar, that's because this is the same music that plays when you have the wing cap in Mario 64. A lot of people think that theme originated in that game, but they'd be wrong. Alright, with that... Yeah, this level's also very easy to 100%, as you saw. But again, it won't be an absolute goal to 100% every stage in this game, like I've said. I came so close to hitting him. Alright, hopefully we get another shot at that bonus game. What's the verdict? Yes, we do. It might be a different game, though, because each world has its own specific minigame. I think you can either get the... For World 1, you can either get World 1's minigame or World 2's, potentially. It's always the world you're in and one world ahead. But we got item chance again, so... I could be wrong about that. Alright. Awesome. We got a watermelon. And we lost it! That watermelon's a pretty good item, because it shows up as like a normal thing in later stages. It's just a watermelon you can eat, and it'll let you shoot watermelon seeds at enemies. And a lot quicker succession than just merely throwing eggs, you know? Something else I wanted to mention about this game that I had in my mind earlier, but just forgot to bring up, is longtime viewers... Oh my goodness. I forgot how long that stuns you. Longtime viewers will recall that I posted a couple of videos of raw footage of this game, Super Nintendo version, recorded off of, I think it was SNES 9X, that emulator. And my friend Ryan and I were going to do a post-commentary playthrough of this game together, way back in like 2014, 2015, but we never got around to it. I guess, you know, plans changed. We had other priorities. He makes YouTube poops now. Awesome on him. Some of them are really funny. His channel's Ryan YTP, if you weren't aware. Go and subscribe to him. He's in my he's in my affiliates and friends list on my channel page. Alrighty. Sometimes a stage will have more than one middle ring, so it's not necessarily... It won't necessarily always dictate that you're halfway through the level. Okay. So, if I remember this correctly, we can just get past that without even doing that. But that means we won't get the red coins, so... Yeah, I'm going to show this off anyway. Just wanted to let you know that you could do that. That down there is one of the most iconic enemies from this game. His name's Blarg. He comes in small and big varieties, as you're going to see very shortly. I forgot how close these two flowers were to each other. The small ones aren't really a pain in your ass most of the time. Also, this ain't fishy at all. There's Big Blarg. Like I said, he's one of the most iconic enemies in this game. He comes in both red and blue varieties. You can't kill the big one. Actually, I don't think you can even kill the small ones. You can stun him with an egg, but he'll always come back. I say we pay him no mind for right now. Bad Blarg. I could see how he'd be scary to young kids, but I don't know. He's not that frightening. I believe this is just an optional room. Again, another one just if you want a bigger coin deposit, or a bigger coin bank, you know, whatever. And we can, this game in general is very, very generous with lives, as you can see. We've got 14 already, and we're just over 30 minutes into the stream. I don't think you can kill these things. You can make them, you can like disrupt their fire. Or no, they just do that on their own. Never mind. But yeah, this game is very generous with lives, but like many games back then, including, I think Mario 64? No. I don't know if Mario 64 did it, but this game doesn't save your lives when you exit the game. When you begin the game after saving, you always start with 4 lives again. At least I think it was, yeah, 4 or 5 or 3. It just always resets back to the default. Oh my god, I'm 1 egg short. We'll be back. Okay. I was too afraid to jump over him. Because I have a perfect 30-star count right now, and I don't want to lose it. I can at least say I cleared half of World 1 with 100%. And it's less work for me to do later on if I do want to unlock extra levels, because you unlock an extra level if you... I may have already said this, but you unlock an extra level in each world if you beat all of that world's levels with 100% completion. Oh my goodness. Luckily, we can just kill those guys again and get more stars out of it. Or we can just use the middle ring. Yeah, that works too. For some reason, I just off-screened him. I think that happened before too. Alright. First boss fight of the game. It's a common thing for Kamek in this game to take a small enemy such as this one. So you're still on the baby side, Yoshi baby? Then get a load of this! Yeah, Kamek, it's official. Kamek beat Eggman to that catchphrase. Get a load of this. Even though this is the only time he really says it. Alright, yeah, it's common for Kamek to take a large enemy, or a small enemy, and just make it large. Don't worry about running out of eggs, because that plant in the bottom there will always be shooting out more. So this is Bert the Bashful. Very easy boss. You just keep pelting him with eggs, and he'll shrink. You know, it's pretty easy. They do a lot of foreshadowing for bosses in the castles like this. Like those smaller guys we were just fighting. I didn't count how many eggs that was, but it wasn't that many. Very easy boss. Awesome. What time is it? It's 1:37. We can probably make it through at least, I don't know. We can at least make it past 1-7 maybe. Alright. I like how each level has a different colored Yoshi. It's a nice touch. Hop hop, donut lifts. So yeah, these things, I think they were in Mario World as well, but at least I think they were, but they didn't make it nearly as many appearances as they do in this. You step on them and, you know, they fall after a few seconds. They're not exclusive to Yoshi either. Again, they're in Mario World. They're in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. They're in Smash Brothers too, actually. They didn't show up till... No, actually they were as early as Melee, I think. Because they showed up in the Rainbow Cruise stage. And I can't remember if they were in 64 or not. Part of me wants to say they weren't. So yeah, this is our first auto-scrolling level. These can get pretty annoying early on, especially if you're going for 100%. But we're not doing that. So... yeah. Not much to worry about, relatively. How many flowers do we have? 2. I instinctively looked at the higher counts first. I don't know, because I'm a top to bottom kind of guy, you know. It's whatever. There's our middle ring. Our first of many merry-go-round platforms. Pretty self-explanatory. There's that weird... again, it's visible on the TV, but not in the capture software or on the stream, therefore. The weird artifacting / reflection that's going on the left side of the screen. And a bit in the middle, too. Honestly. Oops. Just barely missed it. Yeah, your best way to survive on these is to just, you know, rapidly jump. Make sure to not stay on them for more than like 1.5 seconds, like so. I panicked a little bit there. This right here is kind of a dick move. I'll show it off just to show it off, but yeah, we didn't do that. Something a little cool you can do is you can leave an egg behind. I don't know why people do it or why it was included, but it's a cool little thing you can do if you're say angry at a level and you want to make sure it remembers how it frustrated you or something. I don't know. At least I think that was the logic Proton John was going with in his Let's Play of this game, which I highly recommend. Shy Guys on Stilts. Again, they're still very literal with the titles in this game. I think this area is optional? Yeah. And if I remember correctly, it shows off the different eggs you can get, because you don't just have green eggs. Yellow ones create coins, red eggs create 2 stars, flashing eggs hit an enemy to receive these prizes. I think flashing eggs might do both, honestly. If you want to shuffle through your eggs, just rapidly cancel your throws until you get the one you want. So I'm actually going to do that again for... Oops. I want to see what the flashing egg does. Red coins. That's right. So if you want 100% completion, obviously you can't really skip those. So this level starts out, you know, above ground, then it goes underground, and I think it goes above ground briefly again, and there's like a secret area. The first time they really explain them. So that one in the 3rd level's sort of hidden. You have to search for it. The artifacting did something weird there with the cave dweller. Made me think it was something else for a second. I want to say there's other stuff down here. There's a flower. Whoops. Oh. That was almost difficult to dodge. Oh, wait. Going the wrong way. Okay, that's just to get up there. Flutter jump's great. Yoshi didn't have this in Mario World, but it can really save your life in this game. It's pretty self-explanatory. Yoshi flaps his arms, keeps himself in the air, pretends to be a bird, all that good stuff. But yeah, we're not getting that red coin. Alright. What's in here? Even more stars! Amazing. Got our middle ring, another one of these flowers. Alright. Gotta love it. Oops! Whoa. Yeah, I think this guy just tells us about the secret paths. Here you will find a secret entrance. Can't resist the flower. Here we go. What does this guy say? Morph into the mole tank here. Dig like mad to find 2 red coins. And very generous how they give you that egg there in case you don't have any. But if you miss fire, you're screwed. Alright. Yeah, the mole tank's pretty nifty. It's our second transformation we found, obviously. I believe besides this, there's also the train, the submarine, and maybe 1 or 2 more. Oh, and there's also the car. I forgot about that one. I don't think he used it that much, honestly. But we certainly will in the later stages of the game. Because every transformation is mandatory at least once. No matter if you're going for 100% or not. Oops. Let's try that again. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Who got all 5 flowers? I'm sure. Yeah, we're missing a red coin, though. A few red coins. We missed that one in the air earlier. No real way to get back to it. And it looks like that's the only one we're missing. Darn. It always sucks when you miss that one little coin. Whoa, what was that? I forgot that was even a thing. Was it like a 1-up or something? If it shows up again, we'll find out what it is. But for now, let's pay it no mind. Alrighty, 99 points. Still sort of pissed off at that, but it's alright. Okay, 146. Yeah, we can probably finish the rest of World 1 in this stream. To my new viewers, welcome. Touch fuzzy, get dizzy. This, well, not necessarily the stage, but the gimmick of this stage is believed by some to be a hidden drug reference. Now, people make the joke all the time about how, oh, Mario's taking mushrooms, he's seeing shit, obviously he's on drugs. No, this game, I think, is a lot more blatant with it. I mean, they don't outright say it's a drug, but it may as well be Yoshi getting high. Also, we've got 2 more flashing eggs here, which means potential red coins. We just gotta throw it at an enemy. Oops. And not get hit. I forget what minigame's behind that door. There we go. Oops. Again, crouch rapidly if you want to cycle through the eggs. We're going to find that key. Alright, it might be hidden in some of this rubble here. Again, I can't recall if there are any keys like that in this game, though. I can think of flowers that are like that, but not keys. Oh yeah, this is the watermelon I talked about earlier. You can spit it out at these guys. I don't think, they're called tap-taps. I don't think there's any normal way to kill them. You just have to knock them into the pits. They can be one of the most annoying enemies, but I like their design. And they make for a pretty cool boss fight later down the road. Or a giant one does. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna need an egg. Also, you can't swallow them, obviously, because they're covered in spikes. I need an egg. That cloud probably has the key we're looking for. So that would make my assumption about them being hidden in the rubble correct. Alright. Yep, precisely. Let's see what's behind here. Gather coins. Grab more coins than your enemy before the time reaches 0. It's pretty simple. Oops, nope. He can stun me, but I can't stun him? That's fair. Alright, oh my god, we're tied. Yeah, I can stun him with a ground pound. But he can stun me just by running into me. Game logic. Oh, wow. At the last possible moment. But what does this do? I forgot. Let's find out. Oh, it just makes 2 of these things materialize? I don't get it. What is the significance? Oh, it just gives you more stars, alright. There are also items that just do that straight away, like plus 10 and plus 20. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright. I'm gonna restock on eggs. Oops. Wait, what? What happened there? What? I'm sorry, what? Did my game just freeze out? I'm gonna wait till it shows up on stream so I can confirm this. What the hell happened? Okay, apparently the delay's pretty bad. Yeah, my screen just went black. What the fuck? Baby Mario was glitching out and I don't know what happened. Did anyone else hear that music? The music is all slow. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna reset my system. That was very weird. We didn't even touch a fuzzy yet, and already our game is glitching out. Not that your game is supposed to glitch out when you touch fuzzies, but come on. I mean, really? Alright. Thankfully, our progress is still saved. Not within the level itself, but, you know, just on the file. Holy crap. How weird was that? Was it because I used the item? Wait, I kept the item. Even though my playthrough of the level wasn't saved. Because that makes sense. Alright. That was weird. Let's not let that happen again. I never knew Yoshi's Island to be glitchy, but it might just be my cartridge. Alright. Let's still restock on eggs. I'm not going to replay the coin game because, you know, what's the... Ah, what the hell. I'll do it again, but only because we're running out of time in the stream here. And I'm just feeling like playing it again. Because I feel like our display earlier was pretty poor. We won just barely. Plus, it's an excuse to get another free item out of it. Oh my goodness. He collected the first one again. Hopefully that's not a bad omen. Alright. Here we go. So far, so good. Oh, don't you stun me. At least he can't steal them from me. Like, he can't attack me and then knock the coins out of me. Though that would make it a little more interesting. That's the spirit. And we go through the coin now. Because the minigame's over. It's weird. So we got a full egg thing, which that should be obvious. It just restocks our eggs to full. Obviously, we're pretty full right now, so I'm not going to use it. But I'm just going to throw my flashing egg at this guy because he's annoying me. There we go. Red coin goodness. Alright. I swear it came close to happening there again, but I don't know. It could also be, I don't know, the video upscaler, because that glitch also slowed down the music. If you heard that, which I'm sure you did. I mean, the music's harder for me to hear because I'm wearing a headset, obviously, but yeah, that was some weird stuff. But this may be even weirder. Touch fuzzy, get dizzy, indeed. This messes up your controls. It makes you slip and slide around. Thankfully, you can still jump normally, which that's the closest you're going to get to normal control while under the influence of these things. Also slows the game down massively. Again, they don't outright state it's drugs, but it's pretty obvious. This is one trip I do not want to be on. But I'm just showing it off for the sake of, you know, showing it off and also the fact that it's kind of a meme. And this is not the only level it shows up in, by the way. So, if you like touching fuzzy and getting dizzy, don't fear. Embrace it. Alright. You can ground pound these, just get rid of them that way. I don't think we got 100% in this level. Or did we? Nope. We're still far off on red coins. So that's a weird experience. That's probably where it might be where Baby Mario got the idea to try mushrooms later in his life, because, hey, this dinosaur that helped me as a kid experienced some weird stuff. I want to experience that weird stuff too. You heard it here first. Yoshi is a bad influence. Don't let him around your kids. I say kids because in Yoshi's Island DS, Baby Mario is not the only baby you can play as. So we're unfortunately running out of time. When we come back, next week, most likely, I haven't figured out a day yet because at the time of me streaming this, the stuff on my schedule is Sonic Generations and this game. So most likely next Friday, or maybe even next Saturday, I'm not too sure. We'll resume this with World 1-8. It's been fun, guys. This is Jinzo Fighter signing off.